Crypto holders, today is the day. What we see today from Bitcoin and from the total market cap of altcoins will very likely determine what the rest of this month looks like for crypto and whether or not we are going to be able to break out of this stupid high manipulation zone that we have been in for the last 4 to 5 weeks. And so today what I want to do is to go over exactly what's happening in the market, what this decision is, and what I'm doing as a result of it. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, your quote of the day is that, listen, one day you'll hit your goals in the crypto market. You'll look back and miss the journey. You'll recognize that all of the long nights, stressful mornings, and lonely afternoons were worth it. Stay the course, stick to your strategy, and don't let the lizard people win. I put that over on Twitter earlier. Feel free to go follow Twitter. But I feel like this is something, especially in moments like right now, you need to hear, because whatever this decision is going to be big. It's going to cause emotions, and you cannot let it break you mentally, in a good way or a bad way. Now, Tyler, what is this decision? What is this decision? Well, the decision that we're seeing today is going to be a decision of whether or not Bitcoin and Total 2 are capable of breaking out of the ranges that they've been in. Now, let me simplify that for you, okay? The reason why we've not seen the crypto market really doing really good or really bad recently has been because Bitcoin and the total market cap of altcoins have been stuck in sideways channels. A sideways channel, quite simply, is something that looks like this, where you have a resistance point, you have a support point. It could either look like that, a little bit slightly upwards or slightly downwards, but what it looks like is the price just doing this, going up and down and up and down and up and down. You all know I call this a high manipulation zone. This is where the lizard people like to play their biggest games. They're going to constantly try to take your crypto to the upside and the downside here, forcing liquidations to the upside and forcing liquidations to the downside as well. Now, the sideways channel that we've been in for Bitcoin has been between, of course, $100,000 and roughly $92,000. This is where we have been ranging. Of course, you can see here and here and here and here, just over and over and over again to the top side and to the bottom side. And for total market cap 2, what you can see is that this channel has been more of a descending channel that we have been tracked within since the beginning of December, putting in lows and highs and lows and highs. Now, I believe personally that these two channels are, again, the reason why this crypto market has not been able to break out. These macro resistance points have been a representation of how trapped Bitcoin, ETH, some of your major altcoins have been, which has stopped that liquidity from really being able to catch up and flowing and really stopping the momentum. What you have to understand is that in periods in which the crypto markets, a lot of altcoins, top 50, top 30, top 100, whatever, they're pumping, but we're not seeing that from Bitcoin yet. We're not seeing that from Ethereum yet. Bitcoin and ETH are going to be restraining that momentum. They're going to be pulling it back. And the primary reason is because many investors, especially smart money, they're going to look at this and say, well, the risky things are pumping, but the safe things aren't pumping. And that doesn't feel very certain to me. That feels as if it might be some sort of retail-driven pump based on Elon posting on Twitter and all these other things. And I just don't feel comfortable with that. And you oftentimes will see in moments like this, you can't see that real strong liquidity-based inflow because of the fact that many of your higher, more institutional-based buyers are not getting in on pumps like these. So I'm under the belief, and the reason why I titled this video what I titled it, is that the reason why we're not seeing this market pumping is, again, because we've been in these channels. But if we're capable of breaking these channels today, which it very possibly may happen, we would be in a fantastic spot to start opening those doors. What you can see here is that Total 2 at this exact moment is trying to push through the top side of this resistance. It's been here for 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row now, but now it's Monday. You guys know the trading week is starting. The likelihood is that this little sideways moment that we've been in for the last 4 days is going to end now that the trading week has started. And I think ETH is total market cap 2, which is just the total market cap of all altcoins minus Bitcoin. I believe that it's going to make a determination. Hey, are we breaking out? Or are we pulling back? And I believe that it is going to make that decision today. Not only that, I think if we go look at Bitcoin, what you can see here as well is that it just finally reached the top side of this channel, just pushing up between $99,000 and $100,000. And Bitcoin doesn't like to stay here very long. And so because of that, I'm under the belief that sometime today, I guess maybe tomorrow, we're going to see Bitcoin also deciding whether or not we're going to go for this breakout or whether or not we're going to see a major rejection. Now, realistically, I hate to break it to you guys. I know one thing that you may be hoping for or thinking is, well, Tyler, what's it going to do? Where's it going to break out? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but no one knows. It's impossible to know. There's absolutely no way on earth for anyone to know. But I can tell you what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking, if that is at least of some benefit. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know whether it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. It's impossible to happen. And anyone who says they do know is simply just lying to you, trying to hope that they're right in order to get more subscribers. But that's not me. But what I can do is I can go look and kind of see as some, what's happening on the back end, what's happening on some of the more fundamentals, some of the indicators to try to get an idea of what I think is more likely. So let's do that. So what we can see here is that the RSI at this given point, the daily RSI for Bitcoin is actually in a very good spot. It just came down. It set in some sort of bullish divergence. We saw it reset all the way back to the 41 level, which historically is a level of support, as you can see right here. And it is making this move upwards. We actually are seeing it push upwards and flip that trend that it was in, breaking that previous high, putting in the new higher high. And that is a little bit different than what we are seeing right now at current prices. We are seeing the equal high. So technically speaking, if the high is in right now, we would be putting in bearish divergence. But because this move isn't confirmed yet, meaning that we've not seen the top yet confirmed, there is still an opportunity that we will see Bitcoin's price be able to push through and push upwards due to the amount of room that it has here on the RSI and the fact that we are starting to see it gain that momentum and strength towards the upside. So I would say that's a good sign. Now, in addition to that, you can also see here that the MACD did flip bullish. We got the bullish cross on the daily MACD just 2 days ago. Now, this doesn't mean that you should just go all in, because if you do look at what happened back here, we had a very similar setup. We got to the very top side of this ascending channel. We failed to break it. We then saw, of course, the price get rejected off the top side of that channel and forced towards the downside. And that is very possibly what could happen here. On the second day, look at here, on the second day that we started to see this bullish momentum building, the second green candle was the day we touched the top side and then got forced downwards. It is now the second day, and we are now touching the top side. And so although it is a good sign that we saw this bullish cross, there is still the risk of the rejection. So I would say it's probably a 60-40, a 60% to the upside, 40% to the downside, especially because of what we saw here. And the fact that, yes, we did dive into the negative territory here on the daily MACD, but we didn't go very far into it. And oftentimes macro corrections do end up far below this. So there is still a substantial risk that we do pull towards the downside here. Another thing that I do like to look at is the Bollinger Bands. With the Bollinger Bands, what we can see is that, yeah, we do have the opportunity actually to make this move towards the upside, but it will start to become difficult. It will be difficult to maintain it, because what you can see here is that the top side of our Bollinger Band envelope is currently sat at $100,900, meaning that the moment we break out, we're immediately going to be overextended to the top side. We're immediately going to be in the top side of this Bollinger Band envelope. And history says that when you get towards the top side of that Bollinger Band envelope, you are taking a risk that a pullback is going to come. Now, oftentimes you are able to just kind of push up into it. It's not like you hit it and immediately go down, but there is the risk of that now. And that's another one that I would say is about a 60-40, a 60% chance to the upside, 40% chance toward the downside. So what this basically tells me is that all three of our major indicators right now are pointing in the direction that something bullish is on the way and something bullish could possibly happen. But they're also saying that at the same time, there's still a pretty decent sized chance that the rejection does happen. I would say it's a little bit better than a coin flip for the bulls. I would say there's about a 60% chance that we push up, a 40% chance that we pull down. And this is being very heavily reflected by what we are seeing from just the back end of things. So for example, if we go to crypto derivatives visual screener, what you can see is the way in which traders are responding to their emotions right now. And you can see here, the same amount of people are entering long trades, closing short trades, closing long trades, entering short trades, basically meaning everybody is just doing anything. We're just seeing people shooting their trades in random directions, hoping for the best, some opening shorts and closing shorts, some opening longs and closing longs. They have no idea what's going on here. You go look at the freaking liquidation map right here. It's even crazier. I mean, we can go see what's happening here. We are seeing a little bit of higher liquidations to the downside, meaning that people are a little bit more confident that this market is going to go up, which is representative of our 60 to 40% expectation here, as you can see here. But on the 1 day, that is true. On the 7 day, even more people are going long, opening up these bullish trades. But on the 30 day, it's completely flipped in the opposite direction, and there are substantially more liquidations that will happen if this market does go down. And so I'm in a spot right now, or if this market goes upwards, if it continues upwards, we'll see all these short traders liquidated. If it goes down, we'll see all these long traders liquidated. And so because of that, we're in such a heavy spot in which people simply just do not know. We're seeing people firing trades in all directions, and I believe they're taking very risky trades for almost absolutely no reason at all. I think trading right now is a very risky thing to do. I don't see the point in it. I would rather be trading if we either break to the upside here or if we go back down, because at least we'll have some clarity of what the general direction of this market can be. And so for me right now, I am not one of these people here. I am not one of the people on 100x or 50x or anything remotely close to that nature, because again, I quite simply don't know what's going to happen. Are we going to start trying to build some little invert head and shoulders here, or are we going to try to continue just this head and shoulders that we saw right here? No one really knows. And so because of that, we're in a spot right now. I'm not going to sit here again, like I said, and pretend like I know what's going to happen. I just know it's very important to pay attention to what happens right here, because it is going to determine what happens next. Look, I can actually go over to the Discord community. Give me 1 second. If we go over to the crypto school that we started a couple months ago, as you can see here, I told them this morning, both Bitcoin and Total 2 are making the decision whether or not they're going to see the crypto market break out or not. You must watch very closely what happens at the top of the descending channel for Total 2. So this one right here, and 100K for Bitcoin. If we can break out of both of these levels, it will open the door, in my opinion, for the market to start pushing upwards, likely being led by altcoins. I'll update you all throughout the day as everything plays out. It may finally be time to start trading again. So yes, I am going to start trading again if we can finally see the breakout, but it's not confirmed yet. And so what you need to be on the lookout for, what you need to be doing today is setting up those alerts. Your homework for me today is to draw your straight line at $100,000 and turn on an alert to see what happens there. Go to Total 2 market cap and draw in this descending this line of resistance right there and put an alert on it and notify you if we see it get broken through. Because if this does happen, it may finally open up the door for this altcoin market and for the crypto market in general to finally start making some moves upwards. And maybe we get some sort of pre-inauguration pump. It makes a lot of sense to me. It wouldn't shock me in the slightest, but none of that will happen if we cannot break out right here. And so because of that, that's all I'm worried about today. That's all I'm looking at today. I don't care about anything else but what happens on Total 2's descending channel point of resistance and Bitcoin's resistance at $100,000. And look, there's a lot more that's going to happen. We're going to see breakouts, fake outs, back tests, retests, and much more. So I will continue to update you as that all does play out. But again, none of that matters while we're trying to make this decision of whether or not we're going to break out. Now, I'm sure you may be a little bit curious if you are new here. I did show you a little bit of the crypto school that we have here, and I want to tell you a little bit more about it if this is something that interests you. Now, what we did about 2 months ago is we designed a school that was made for 3 very specific types of people. Beginners who specifically were just trying to grasp all of the different elements of crypto, intermediates who were trying to take the skills that they have and start creating a strategy, and advanced people who already had a strategy but felt like they could get a little bit better. They felt like they were maybe plateaued skill-wise and they wanted to get a little bit better. All 3 of those people we designed this school for. And what we do is very, very simple, guys. We take those types of crypto investors, we give them courses, coaching, classes, live streams, workshops, signals, research, Q&As, content, much more. From all of this value that we provide them, they develop strategies and turn those strategies into gains, real life money. Okay. And the best part about it is you get your money back guaranteed if you don't learn anything. No problem, no questions asked. And it starts as little as $5 a month. But don't take it from me that these people are generating gains. Look, what I'll do, I'll go to the community gains section where people post their gains and winning plays. And you can see here, 42%, 100%, 11, 12, 12, 42, 2, 41, 100%, 129%. I mean, look at this. First trade since entering the school. Thank you so much, Tyler Hill, investing in all the coaches. 101% trade there, 129. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars being printed every single day in this community. And guys, I'm not making that up. Go check out the testimonials yourself down below if that is something that's interesting to you. And so with that in mind, guys, feel free to check it out. As I mentioned before, there's a $5 month tier. There's a $17 month tier. Their $17 month tier is a great place to start. And there actually is one open spot that I just opened right before I started this video over in the executive tier, if any of you are interested. But overall, that's the school. Feel free to check it out. Again, that will be linked down below for you. But what I really care about today, guys, is you to pay very close attention with what happens at Bitcoin at $100,000 and what happens with Total 2 at that descending channel, because I can't stress to you enough how important this was going to be. So I'm not trading. I'm not doing anything like that right now. If you do want to trade yourself, there is a link to BTCC that is down below. They will give you a 10% bonus back on your first deposit. If that is interesting to you, again, I will link that down below for you, but I'm not trading right now. And I don't think it's the best idea to be as well. So with that in mind, guys, of course, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Don't forget, we're going to be giving you a quote of the day every day that I pull from my Twitter. I will link that down below. And while you are down there, let me know your thoughts on the market. Do you think it's going to break out? Do you think it's going to break down? What do you think is going to happen? And I can't wait to chat with you there. I like to respond to every single comment. I'll try my best at least. So leave some down there. Let's chat down there. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.